Greetings, Wolfpack, and welcome back to another box opening. We're going to be doing Mage Night. Now this is a really fun game. It's 1 to 4 players. Actually, if you got the expansions, which we have here and here, then it can be 5 players. But right now we're only going to be showing the main box off, and I think I will show these 2 expansions in a separate video. But what Mage Night is, it's another board game for 4 players where you pick 4 different heroes and you go over this huge map tile area and you try to capture and conquer cities. And a little bit of history too, from my understanding from the local game shop, is this is what kind of started hero clicks, because the cities in here are the click bases. But let's get to it. Let's put these aside for now, and let's get this open. Now I have played this before, so everything's gonna be a bit kind of open, but I don't show you everything. Okay, first up on here is the day and night board that you will get with it. And if you can tell, each area has a certain amount of movements. Well, this is an interesting game because you're moving a piece on the board, but you're also playing a hand of cards at the same time. And the round goes by a day and night cycle. Now this is like gamer's game. This game will take someone 3 to 4 hours to play. And if you're not familiar, it might be more. The reason that is you have a rule book, and also you will get a game walkthrough. You will get 2 book instructions with this game, and trust me, it's going to take you a while to understand it. It took me a while. Let's set those over there for now. Okay, next up is global tracker and good and bad reputation tracker. Now, like any other game, whoever is the highest on this board usually is declared the winner, if I remember right. I haven't played it for a while, so. But this is you start, of course, everyone starts 0, and then you just work up and get more stuff. Okay, we're going to start with, oh yeah, it does come with dice. Dice are small, but you have low dice like this. I'm going to try to get as close as possible. Probably hard to see, but you have a low dice here with 5 different magic types. Black, well, one's day and night, and then the others are magic types. So you will have a little bag with also little teeny tokens as well. These are for your characters. They're just shields for your characters, depending on the character you pick. Then you have mana crystals. I do believe these are called. Let me get one out for you. They're little crystals that look like mana. Really nice. You use mana crystals for various spells and that. And let's show you one of the heroes if I can get them out. They're not going to come out. This is one of the heroes. Low knight, sword and shield, very nice. And they do come pre-painted, so you don't have to paint them for a advanced board game like most games. Like Zompocalypse, who knows, they were bland but can be painted. These ones already come pre-painted. So you have the knight. Let's show you another one. You have a dragon warlock thing, and there's 2 more ones, an elf and another one's a wizard. Now if I can get one out without that was it. Here is the city, and as you can tell, it has a turnable base like the hero clicks. That's what my understanding was when I was explained. Is this is the game that kind of started the hero click bases. I could be wrong, but that's just my understanding. So of course, with a big game, we're going to get a lot of reference cards. A lot of reference cards. All the reference about the stuff on the board, your characters. You're going to have quite a few reference cards to keep looking back through. Ooh, now let's knock everything over. Also, you get, I think these are like starting out cards, depending on the order, but you have day, and then you have night. And they do various powers depending who grabs them. Also, for each character, for some reason these are spelled out. These are levels or perks. They're little card or little pieces, and they have the symbol that matches the character, and then telling you some sort of power up that he will get. Can't remember too much about those. Oh, they're kind of everywhere for some reason. Trying not to mix up my organization either, because it's a kind of a pain to put everything back when things fall apart. So let's see what we have here. Grab that. So okay. So here's the character. One of the character's cards is where you keep your mana and inventory, and then you have skill cards. So I think you have like a deck of 20 or something and a hand limit of 7, and you draw, and this is how you move: influence, movement, mana drain. You have all types of abilities. It's probably hard to tell, but up in this corner tells you what type of power it is, and then up in this corner tells you which character it belongs to. That was the warlock or sorceress. So actually, I think I grabbed her all her colors off the bag. So yeah, that's about the size for each character, plus what the expansions added. But I think they're in here. I'm not 100% sure. More reference cards. Let's see if I can find something else. You do get reward cards based on what type of mission or quest you do. You have dungeons you can enter, villages to raid, etc. Depending on if you want to be good or evil. It's really nice. It gives you a lot of options for what you want to do. So these are monster tokens. You have each one depending on what type of dungeon you enter. So here's the dungeon on the back, but these are the monster tokens, and then on the other side is the monster. So when you enter a dungeon, you might fight one of these, and you have to use your hand to fight too on top of that. So it's really a card/board game. No dice except for the mana dice. Let's see here. We have here. These are your, I think, leveling tokens, because your character does level up. This one belongs to the dragon, and then it tells you his armor and hand size. I think that's about it. Those are it. So I showed you the abilities, the tokens. And now here's the map tile. I really like these map tiles. Map tiles are hexagon, and they hook. You have two sides, of course, so you have a variety. And then eventually you start just making a map that hooks like this, which is really neat. You have to make sure you have a good sized table for this game too, because it takes up a lot of room. But they hook up like that. They're double sided, and you get quite a bit. I think the expensive parts are in here, but here's about half right now. So you have a lot of replay ability with this game. But okay, that's was Mage night. Like I told you, I was hoping to at least get a game up to you guys this weekend, but my friend had to go help his family, so I'm giving you another box open instead. But anyways, that was the box open of Mage night. I'll be doing a separate video on the 2 expansions that increases the player amount by 1, so instead of 4 it would be 5-player game. And one of them adds a movable boss, or literally a movable city that moves around and attacks everything. That's a really neat mechanic in one of the expansions. Otherwise, if you like this, tell me down in the comments below. Otherwise, check my annotations for other videos I done. And you see this lone wolf in the next video / game. Later.